All right, leaving my house right now, headed down to Coues country for the second time. This time I'm meeting my buddy Brad. He's got a deer tag. I still got my javelina tag. We've got 10 days to hunt and have fun, so it should be a good time. During the 2020 season last January, I was fortunate enough to link up with a now buddy of mine, Brad Brooks, to hunt Coues deer together with our bows. We had a blast on that hunt, both chasing deer and just getting to know one another. Brad is the owner of a company called Archery that specializes in creating gear for backcountry hunters. So naturally, we got along great. Brad wanted to come back for the 2021 season to try his luck again with the Gray Ghost. With my deer tag already filled for 2021, my plan was to just be another set of eyes behind the glass for Brad. So Brad and I just had a little four-wheeling adventure. I guess he wanted to test out his little rental SUV over there, see what it can handle. Straight nar.
She's not cut out for this desert life, man. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, what'd you think of that road?
You know, it was a real four-wheel drive road, just like the map said. So
weird.
So it was honest, but I'm a little disappointed because I really wanted to check out that country at the end of that road. But
yeah,
it'll be all right. I've got a burrito I'm gonna make tonight. I mean, this is what else do you need besides beans, salsa, and a tortilla?
You're talking
to be happy in life, you know.
You're talking to somebody from Arizona, so I say nothing.
But you know, we'll readjust. Go back to that spot we hunted tonight, and we saw, you know, one buck and a doe in there. So we didn't see much other than that, but at least there's deer around, at least one we know of. So
yeah, for sure. Where there's one, there's others.
Yeah.
Our first morning in Coues country was no doubt beautiful, but didn't come with as many deer as we expected. It was a new area for the both of us, and you don't know what you don't know. After turning up a handful of deer, we decided that it might be better to leave this new area behind and return to where we hunted for the 2020 season. This was actually the same area I was able to harvest a buck just a few weeks before. So I had all the confidence in the world that we'd have a great hunt there. I got our first buck of the day. It's
2 ridges away, or one little drainage away, but it's a very good spot. So I think I'm gonna try and get closer or get in position and try and do something here. It's time to make something happen here.
Yeah.
It's Wednesday?
Yep.
And I've been here since Saturday. And I leave again on Sunday morning. So, time to start taking some risks. Trying to make something happen. The only thing I'm trying to think about too is the wind. Like which direction the wind might blow by the time I get over there.
Alright, we've got a buck spotted. We've actually got 3 bucks spotted. They're all kind of on this face. Pushing some does around, so we're starting to mosey our way over there to get closer to them. And hopefully they stay where they are. They're in a really good spot. So we get closer, get eyes on them again, and then Brad's probably going to make a move on these things. So hopefully he can get an arrow in one.
I got a little baby Coues buck. At least it looks like a baby compared to what I'm used to looking at. But he's a forky buck, and there's just a pile of does over there. And he just laid down in a spot that is quite approachable and out in the open. Now, trying to get in on him and re-find him is a whole nother question, but I'm just like excited that he laid down in a spot that is at least potentially stockable. Let me put it that way. So that's good news. I like to see that because it gives us an option rather than sitting around in the midday sun wondering what to do. Now at least we got an option.
Okay, so we got over here on that first group of deer. We think they meandered over the ridge across from us, so we never really got eyes on them again. But we're on a different group of deer now. I've been watching them all morning. It's one buck with I think there's 8 does around him somewhere. There might be more than that. All those does are over to this buck's right though. So Brad, the buck is bedded, so Brad is on his way right now. He's going to take this ridge up along and try to come in above and just kind of sit and see if he has a shooting lead. He's going to take it obviously, but where we are, it's kind of hard to tell if he's even going to have that, so he might end up having to sit on this buck all day until he gets up. So yeah, that's the deal. Got buck bedded and stock is on. Okay, I've officially got Brad and the deer in the same view in my binoculars, so I think he's about 100 yards away right now, so buck is still there. Man, so after doing that last video update, I looked through the binoculars and all of a sudden Brad was walking back up the hill, so I never saw the deer run or anything like that. I'm assuming he got busted, but I did spot another really nice buck. Looked like he was dogging a doe trail pretty hard. Nice 3x3 Coues buck. So maybe we can get set up somewhere to find him for this evening. But yep, Coues hunting with a bow. Our return to old stomping grounds did not disappoint. We saw more deer than we can recall, with a few of them being some really nice bucks. Coues hunting with a bow, though, is far from a walk in the park. They are arguably the hardest animal to spot and stalk with a bow in North America. Between their switched-on nature to the loud and crunchy country that they inhabit, this is not a gimme, and Brad was living through that the entire week. Finally, though, things changed. Alright, we got a pretty good buck spotted. He's pushing some does around in this basin, way out ahead of us. Brad is dropping down right now. He's gonna go all the way around, try to wrap around the top of him, and try to relocate him from a certain point. And if he can, then hopefully he can get a shot. I'm hoping these deer stay right in here, and Brad can loose an arrow. So this is one of the ways Brad and I communicate with each other. So being back here as the spotter, one game bag in a tree means that Brad got busted by the deer. 2 game bags means that I've lost sight of the deer. So 2 game bags up in the tree, I lost sight of the buck and the rest of his does. They didn't spook, I just can't see him anymore. So it's a little tip, you got to find out ways to communicate with your buddies. Oh man, I'm pretty sure Brad just shot a deer. I saw one doe come running over the ridge, then another deer followed it, and it was a buck, and it looked like it was limping a little bit, like it was starting to, and I thought I saw some blood coming down. I don't know how good of a hit it was, but I saw the deer like struggling to walk and stuff, and then Brad popped up from the ridge, and I see him right now. He ran over to try and relocate where the deer is. So I don't know what happened, but I think he definitely just shot a buck. All right, here we go, all loaded up. Gonna go get over to Brad. He gave me the sign, put a game bag up in a tree, let me know to head his way. I'm hoping that he sees that buck down, and hopefully we're packing meat soon. So pumped. I hope everything went well. The buck looked like he was struggling, so I lost sight of him. I'm hoping Brad has eyes on him though. There we go. What did you do?
I'm just up here enjoying the Arizona sun. I don't know what you're talking about.
I saw a buck run really fast, and I saw blood coming out of him.
That also happened.
Yes.
So I shot a buck. Wasn't the best of circumstances or the best shot I've ever made of a buck, but he's bleeding pretty bad. He went under a bush over there about, I don't know, 120 yards away or so, and he hasn't come out. It's been about an hour almost. But I was guessed that it was 40 yards, and it happened to be, I think, about 44 yards after I shot. And I shot, and he was bordered to me pretty hard, and the shot was like a little low and a little left. I'm going to give it another full hour before I even go over there, and then I'm going to try and loop around, because I know he's either going to go downhill or side hill out. He's not going up. So I'm going to try and come side hill in, and if he's not dead, hopefully I'll get another shot. If he is dead, then he did. Anyways, I'm not like that excited yet because I don't have a dead buck. I feel pretty good. See me over that way.
What's going on, Brad?
What's going on?
Yeah.
Had better days.
Yep.
Had worse days. Been tracking this buck for like half a mile now. Still haven't found him. It's not. Found a lot of blood. The last 50 yards, it's gotten pretty slim. Which is usually not a good sign. I've been down this path many times before, unfortunately. But head up, try and stay positive. no idea where that buck's at. We didn't find it. That's all I gotta say. I'm done. Hate Coues deer hunting. Hate bow hunting. No, it's not true. We looked for him and trailed him. It was a really good blood trail for a while. I mean, really good, with some big pools of blood. Exactly what you'd want to see. Like, blood was running down his legs, and then within 50 yards, it just like dried up. And we tried to kind of grid search a little bit, but it's just a manzanita brush jungle out there. So I think it was just like searching for a needle in a haystack there. And we didn't find him. So, but that's my tag. That's it. I'm done hunting. So I'm not gonna shoot another one. So now it's time to go home. Think about my life choices. I will say, Coues deer hunting is it's really fun with a bow for sure. It is definitely, I think, one of the more it's a unique style of spot and stock archery hunting. So hunting these things over water, I think, would be a totally different story. Hunting them spot and stock style is it's pretty tough, I gotta say. I feel like mule deer feel like easy compared to these things with a bow. So it's a challenge, but I see the appeal. And I had plenty of opportunities. I would say like 2 really good ones and like 1 other like marginal opportunity, which is like as much as you could possibly ask for on a hunt. So just didn't happen the way I'd hoped at the end there.
In the end, that crafty buck ended up moving from that bush without Brad knowing about it, living up to his nickname of the Gray Ghost. And while not finding him was the ultimate bummer, I admire Brad's attitude about the whole situation. He left Coues country that day with a positive attitude, and I can't wait to have him back down to share a camp again. Time spent with quality people in quality places is worth its weight in gold. All right, that's gonna do it. 2021 archery Coues deer hunting in January. One of my favorite hunts of the year. I absolutely love chasing Coues deer around with my bow. So pumped that I got to get the buck that I did on a backpack hunt with a great friend, and then right after that to have Brad come down here and hunt with me was just really special. Getting to spend time with him out here. We saw so many freaking deer. I don't know how many deer we saw. He got some really great plays. In the end, obviously it's a bummer we weren't able to recover that buck, but you know, we did our due diligence trying to find him, and unfortunately sometimes these things happen, you know. So but aside from that, up next, spring bears right around the corner. I can't freaking wait for that. Yeah, I'm excited for 2021. A lot of cool hunting adventures coming up. Thanks for following along. Look forward to more videos in the future. If you like this channel, please hit subscribe. If you like the video, please hit thumbs up. I really appreciate that. And until next time, stay safe out there.